Hey everybody, it's Chase with AVA Pop Culture. What's up tonight? Anybody in here? As soon as you get in here, let me know if you can hear me. I always like to do a little sound check. We got a lot to talk about. Evening, Sitho Brick in the house. What's up, man? Okay, good. You can hear and see me. That's always a good start. Always a good start. Hey, Pascal. All right. I didn't give a good start time, so people probably have no idea that I'm on right now because I wasn't sure when I was going to go on. Let me see if I can go share this out real quick. See if that'll help. All right. I shared that out, so hopefully people will find us. Okay, everybody's finding us now. There's Tim. There's B Maga. What's up? Everything. Well, the microphone changes color. I used to always keep it in the shot, but I kind of move it out most of the time now, so that I don't have, so that it's not in the way when I'm like showing off movies and stuff like that. Throwback Cafe, Ben, what's up, yo? Justin, I am trying, man. I am a little tired, little run down, little fighting it a little bit, sneezing a lot. Just kind of one of those times where you're running ragged and your body's like, hey, bro, why don't you slow down for a few days? Todd in the house. Yes, Todd. I used the I responded, but I used the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Full 1-inch sensor on that thing, 4K, shoots it at super color depth. I've actually cut that in with cinema cameras for like little action shots, and you can't tell the difference if you know how to color correct. Quietly Games in the house. What's up, Quietly Games? William, what's up? Do I have Watchers? I do not have Watchers, and I have not seen that movie in a really long time. I do not have it. That is definitely one I would pop in the minute I got it. What's up, William? William's Reviews in the house. Yeah, Blockbuster Box S is dropping a lot of stuff tomorrow. A lot of it I've already had for a while. Yeah, he's dropping some cool stuff, and I'm probably going to do some trading to get pretty much anything else that I want from him that's coming up. Laserdisc. Man, everybody talks to me about Laserdisc. Like, it almost makes me want to go get a Laserdisc thing and set it up. I appreciate it, William. Yeah, hit that like button. Drop the elbow on it. It does help. It does help. Unfortunately, it does help. Like right now, the channel and a lot of people's channels, but like it ebbs and flows on YouTube, and they're not really like, again, going through another little period where they're not showing to the channel to as many people. They're not giving as many impressions, as they call it, and it just kind of goes up and down. Ben in the house. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I know those guys, so I knew that was coming for a while. I just haven't talked about it because I didn't know how much was out there legitimately okay to talk about it. Becca, what's up? Becca's in the house. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. Yeah, album-sized artwork. And you know, people have asked me if they were ever going to do 8K. I don't think they'll ever mass-produce 8K, but honestly, I think if they did, it would have to be like Laserdisc size. I think you'd have them be Laserdisc, which I would find cool. I'd find cool. Make them in albums like that would be cool. Yeah, I'm hearing some good stuff about it too. Hearing some good stuff. John Doe Juggalo in the house. What's up, John Doe? Dolce Green is in the house. Thank you. I saw your message. I hadn't had it. I saw everybody's message where I commented earlier. Yeah, I'm trying to push through because I don't think I'll be able to do a live stream next week. I don't think so. I got to be traveling a little bit and doing some work, and I don't know if my schedule is going to allow it. So I wanted to make sure I got on here tonight because I'm not for sure whether I'll be able to next week or not. Hey, Meredith is in the house. You're dyeing your hair, but you're here. I'm glad you're here. I recorded a couple videos yesterday that'll be coming out soon. One of them I was talking about the movie that you sent me. What I think about the VS Orbit thing? Well, I missed Mark's live stream from Orbit today, so I didn't get like the full scoop on it. But I don't know. It's a lot. It's like a pissing match, I guess. But I mean, I understand the small retailers, they got to sell what they can sell, and I also understand Vinegar Syndrome not. Like, because it's an American territory, them not really appreciating that, because they're basically licensing over their 4K restoration for over there, so people can get the same thing. I don't know. Like, I'm sure they'll figure it out. We got some other stuff to talk about with Vinegar Syndrome too, though. Something sneaky big that they just dropped. Gonna have to get the White Album again. Black Eyed Peas and cornbread. I had some grilled chicken breast and a sweet potato and some zucchini. Evening, Todd. Oh, thank you, Meredith. Yes, tomorrow is her 13th birthday. She is turning 13 tomorrow. So both of my kids will officially be teenagers at the stroke of midnight tonight. Bleak-eyed peas. Yeah, I was with you. Yes, Amazon does have the pre-order up for The Conjuring 4K right now. They also have the pre-order up for Casper. There was one other one, too, but I know those two because I was grabbing them. Hidden horror gems with again with Alone in the Dark with Donald Pleasance. I haven't seen that in forever. Well, we're coming up. I cannot believe it. But you guys, if you followed me last year, my channel was only like a couple of months old by the time we hit September the 1st. And I will be doing, from September 1st through Halloween, I do all, horror-focused content. Spooky season, horror-focused content. So I'm trying to save some good horror ones for there, because that's basically, 50, 60... I still do drop in the physical media news and live streams, but you're still going to end up with 50 horror-focused videos or something like that. So I got to save some good ones. Oh, I know it, man. Jason's in the house. What's up, Jason? Have you made it back yet to Maine? Or are you still down here? Yeah, it does. Sony does look like they're really doing up that release. Oh, yeah, I mean, Tubi's a gold mine. That's where I found Bad Milo a while back. So it's that one is definitely a trip, but better than I thought it was going to be. Night 90, what's up? Robert, what is up, man? Holy crap, getting the artwork figure layout and finally got all his songs. Oh, cool, man. 9 CD vinyl box set. $47. Well, happy birthday, Meredith. Early happy birthday to you. Hey, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. You're standing outside a 7-Eleven in Baltimore that don't quite have the same ring to it as standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. I'm so anxious for a fall, and I know summer is like literally just starting this weekend. But I'm a fall winter person. Like I want to, especially fall. But man, I'm just so ready already. So I kind of usher it in quick by starting spooky season content on September 1st. Yeah, it's going to be his. It looks like we might get a couple of cuts. His cut and the theatrical cut. It's been a weird couple of days, huh? And now you're still what? I guess you're a little over halfway home, right? You know, I'm excited to see what it looks like. I didn't buy it. I was waiting to see what it looked like. I am super pumped for the 1990. I love that movie. I actually like it better, and I know that's sacrilege. It is. It's better than it has any right to be. So we're going to talk. I kind of want tonight. We're going to get to this Vinegar Syndrome announcement here in just a second. I was trying to give everybody a little bit of time to get in here. I know I kind of sneak attacked everybody here with the time. What's up, Mushashi? I just love it, though. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love fall and winter. Well, happy early birthday to you, too, Tim. A lot of June birthdays rocking it up. Happy birthday, my friend. Yo, Jason. John Doe Juggalo says, yo, what's up? Do you know that I have never seen that movie all the way through? Ex Machina. I have never seen that all the way through. I like being able to just kind of to narrow my focus at that time of year. All right, so the Vinegar Syndrome announcement, we're gonna get to that here in just a second because it was pretty shocking. It is pretty surprising. I actually sent it to Jason and Brian earlier. This is gonna be the time where you can join halfway through the year, be a half-year subscriber of Vinegar Syndrome. They dropped something that they haven't done before. Hey, Our Life in Horror is in the house. Make sure you check out their channel. I wasn't even sure. I didn't even know. I didn't even plan it. So, no worries. Yeah, I know you're always here. I'm reflecting at y'all so bad. Both of those are on 4K. The over-the-top Steelbook will be released in a few days. But it's a foreign one, so you have to get it from like Orbit or whatever. You love scanning my collection. I'll do a new room tour here soon because I've got a new furniture. When I get the rest of my Atmos set up, I'll do a new room tour because some things will move around. At some point, I'll probably do my whole collection or a boutique at a time. Yeah, hit that like button; it helps. So, okay, let's get to this because I want to ask you guys some thoughts as I'm about to start my script for my next movie, possibly my last movie. So we're going to talk about that too, and I want some feedback. But first, Vinegar Syndrome just stealth announced some stuff. Let me see if I can get it on here. Damn it. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Oh, God, you guys are never going to be able to read that. Let me try to move myself around just a little bit, make it bigger. Okay, so if you guys don't know, the subscriber week sale, and you can find this frequently asked questions thing. Hey, Canadian Maker Project, what's up? Yeah, John Doe Juggalo, we're getting. I'm ready to roll, man. I'm ready to roll. But I kind of just want some feedback. So this is they're calling it the Alien Invasion Summer subscriber week. My guess is that Alien Invasion thing is going to have something to do with another big announcement that they have here. So what is Summer Subscriber Week? It's first 7 days. During this period, you can become a midway subscriber for the rest of the year. And how much is that this year? It is $565 to get the whole rest of the year. Now, you don't get the VSUs, and you don't get, like, the VSLs, and you don't get the cinematograph. But all the Vinegar Syndrome proper, you get, plus the discounts. So, this is your time. If you've been following me and you think it looks cool to tiptoe in, no, I don't get anything for that. Like, they don't give anybody... I don't think Vinegar Syndrome gives anybody anything, as far as I know. But... that's not the big news. Let's just jump to the big news so we can move on. So this year's Alien Invasion Summer Subscriber will bring you 3 new VS titles. But here is the thing. Right here. They're dropping a surprise extra VSU. Now, you know we just got the Golden Child. They don't normally drop VSUs right here. That means they're on track to drop at least 4 this year. Usually it's only 3. Looks like they're planning to drop 4 for this year. That is a that's a big like thing nobody's talking about. They just kind of dropped this info. So an extra VSU for the year. I mean, they just came off a huge month with the Golden Child VSU, Dirty Work, Jade, The Dark Half, Let's Scare Jessica to Death. All this stuff they did, and then here they come with 3 new titles from Vinegar Syndrome proper. A brand new VSU, which puts them on track to do 4, because they'll do 1 in November. As far as I know, they've only ever done 3 in a year. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, they've only ever done 3. They're also going to do a VSL, that's Vinegar Syndrome Labs, Vinegar Syndrome Archive release. They're also going to do a new DeGosser video release that is a Blu-ray plus VHS combo. Also, 2 cinematograph titles they're going to do, and 2 catalog slips they're going to bring back. So they just did that with some other stuff. They're going to do it again. So they just did From Beyond and Amityville Horror and Showgirls. They're going to bring back 2 catalog slips and 22 new partner label releases. They're bringing a lot. And this, I never understood. I always thought they should do 4 VSUs per year anyway. 1 every, 3 months or whatever, instead of 1 every 4 months. Because I don't think 4 a year is too much or too hard to keep up with. So it looks like they are moving to that. So we are going to get a fresh VSU, which is huge. And my guess is the Alien Invasion thing has something to do with it. Now, it may not, but the last time they had a sale that was themed where they did a VSU was like the virtual reality sale or whatever, and it was Virtuosity. So, or like when that last year at this time when they did the Rad sale, when this was the Rad sale, they brought Rad back. Some that they found. So I'm thinking that Alien Invasion Summer has something to do with the VSU. How cool would it be if it was like Fire in the Sky? VSU. How cool would that be? Yep, just said it. Just said it. Could be. Could be, though Cocoon doesn't necessarily feel like them as much. That was actually my first thought right there. I have to sit and think about what else. When they first did that, I was like, and I didn't know they were putting out a VSU, I was like, oh, maybe it's something like Dr. Alien, which I just had done, which would be cool, too. Know if they would do that as a VSU. Here's another one that I could think of, but I don't know if they could get it. I'm not sure who has it. I don't think it'd be Contact, because that's coming out from the studio. I'm fairly certain. Fire in the Sky doesn't have a 4K, though, does it? I don't think Fire in the Sky has a 4K. I know there's like a Viavision or imprint, like foreign release. I don't know if they do a trilogy if it's VSU related. What about Stargate? Who has Stargate? The only thing that throws me is that alien looks distinctly female to me. Right there. Is it just me, or does this alien look distinctly female to you guys? But I guess it's just the alien head on the VSU model, so I guess that doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, I didn't think Fire in the Sky had a 4K yet. Amazon owns Stargate. I wouldn't think it would be Species, because Species has a 4K from Scream Factory, and Species just got another 4K release from 88 Films. There's no telling what this could be. You know, the more I look at the female alien thing, I just think they just threw the alien's head on the Vinegar Syndrome, like, body. Possibly. No, this doesn't have anything to do with the Frisbee thing, I don't believe. That's a separate thing. What is the name of the Charlie Sheen movie? Is that Invasion? Well, that's got the nice Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, Vestron Blu-ray, but that don't mean it can't get a 4K. Ah, Arrival. That's the one I was thinking about. Has anybody done Arrival? Because that one is a full alien thing. Yeah, Wraith is a good movie, but that's not like Alien. That's more like Come Back from the Dead kind of thing. Arrival is definitely the one I was thinking about. That's a possibility. I don't know who has it or who does it. I'm just like thinking off the top of my head. Yo, Edward, what's up? I mean, that would be... I'd be surprised. And I don't know if they would pull VSU on that. I mean, they consider VSUs their, like, prestige. I don't know. I really don't know. And it may not be the VSU, but that probably is. Criterion has that, unless they lost the rights for the 4K on it. They haven't done it on 4K, so they might have. And I know that War of the Worlds... Yeah, Contact is being talked about from the actual studio. Doesn't mean... Maybe it is, but it's being talked about from it. And it doesn't really... It doesn't fit with them as much, I don't feel like. Yes, yeah, you have to think along those lines for sure. And kind of like, you know... overlooked stuff that still has some big names. That's why I went with like Arrival, because what does Arrival has Charlie Sheen, but it also has shoot, let's just see who owns it, shall we? Because I think nobody, like, I'm surprised because this came out this morning. Nobody talked about it at all. Or it came out earlier and no one talked about it. And like them all of a sudden having more VSUs in a year, and the size of this sale coming off of another sale is huge. Let's see here. Let's share this page. Well, I guess like Ron Silver's in it. I mean, I could see this being something like they would do. There's Fire in the Sky. I would go crazy if it was Fire in the Sky. All right, that movie's genuinely scary to me. Who owns this? What's the studio? Yeah, this is small company, so they could probably get it. Signs would be awesome, but of course the studio just did the 4K. Who knows with Kino? Who knows? Yeah, Signs just got the 4K. Let's see who's got Fire in the Sky. Is it Fox? Oh man, Fire in the Sky is Paramount. That is 100% my pick. Fire in the Sky, y'all, is Paramount. That is a Paramount. Where did I just scrolled by it? I'm scrolling because I got all excited. Production company is Paramount Pictures. In case you didn't know, I've been preaching this for a while. They've got a big deal with Paramount. So that is a very, very... unless something else like just smacks me in the face, I'm rolling with Fire in the Sky, because that is kind of a culty horror movie, doesn't have a 4K, and it comes from Paramount Pictures, just like a lot of their releases, Paramount or MGM. What's up, TA? Yes, they are terrifying. I'm doing all right. I'm gonna push through. I'm pushing through. I didn't see Paramount on there. It was some smaller production companies, but it might have been. It's a candidate too if it was put out by Paramount. That would be big though. Yeah, it was. Yeah, some smaller studios. Fire in the Sky will sell so fast. Like, that'd be one of those that you have to watch to make sure it doesn't sell out in the weekend. Communion. Let's see who put out Communion. Morgan Creek. I don't know. I know for sure Vinegar Syndrome has the deal with Paramount. I don't even know who falls under Morgan Creek now. Let's see. You guys get to see a little behind the scenes because I've got an IMDb. So let's see. That's overall. That's Warner Brothers. Not impossible with Warner Brothers. They've put out Warner Brothers stuff before, but Warner Brothers leans more into Arrow's territory. Alien 3 is going to be Fox, though, right? So That Fire in the Sky is my pick. That is definitely my pick. Oh, Fire in the Sky, because it's based on a true story, and I believe those guys. You know, they all passed like multiple polygraph tests in their lifetime, so that's pretty interesting. Hey, Stephanie, the Bad Movie Babe is in the house. Oh, Mars Attacks would be great, but I think Fire in the Sky checks the most boxes. It doesn't have a 4K. It fits in their kind of genres, and it's by Paramount. So let's see. That's a tough. That would be my guess. And I would buy that so fast. Holy smokes. You're not going to hear much from the mouse about anything. Because as long as they're still struggling, praying, trying to get streaming to work, they see every physical media release as in competition and takes away from their streaming. Who owns Mars Attacks is Warner Brothers. So not impossible, but as I look over here, I'm just going to be honest, you guys. Almost all of their VSUs are either Paramount or MGM. Almost all of them. The only one that isn't is Cloak and Dagger is Universal. And I think the rest are all Paramount or MGM. So that would be a pretty good guess to hunt something that's Paramount or MGM. And then the rest of this year, like I told you guys, my distributor guy told me they were expanding their deal with Paramount. We would get a lot more Paramount releases this year. And look, Drop Zone was Paramount. Little Darlings was Paramount. Joy of Sex this year is Paramount. Going South is Paramount. Breathless is MGM. Jade is Paramount. Let's Scare Jessica to Death is Paramount. And then Dirty Work and The Dark Half are MGM. So I would start looking in those two. Paramount and MGM. See, that's... I don't think that Stargate's out of the question either. That would be my... That would be my next one, because if it's by MGM, there's a chance. Where's the company? So see, it was done by some small companies because it's Carolco, but then it was distributed by yeah, it's MGM as the distributor. So Stargate would be a nice backup guess, and I would be happy with Stargate too, but I would prefer Fire in the Sky. Because if it's almost of a horror element to it, Fire in the Sky feels like one they would do. But I think either one of those, Fire in the Sky or Stargate, would be big gets for them. That would be cool. But hell, Beastmaster 2 is stuck on VHS. I haven't seen that one. You mean an instant lower third of the rankings? Let's see. Let's jump back over here. So I will cover this thing. I'll probably cover it when it goes live. And see what it all is. Because it's on a Tuesday night, so I can maybe do that. If not, I'll have to do it during the day, the next day. Yeah, I saw some people talking about that. I hope it's true. I will tell you guys this. If it is Fire in the Sky or Stargate, you better buy it fast. If that is a VSU. You better buy it fast. They're also dropping a VSL, 3 new Vinegar Syndrome titles. Now, I don't know if those are Blu-rays or 4Ks. Let's see. It does not say if the regular ones are 4Ks, Blu-rays, or what kind of combo they are. Super 8 though. Isn't Spielberg involved with Super 8? Yes, that's Spielberg and J.J. Abrams. Not impossible, but boy, that would be. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know because the production companies on that are Paramount Pictures, but it's also Amblin Entertainment, and so they'd have to get cleared through Spielberg too. I don't know about that. It's not impossible. I mean, I'm guessing, but the fact Steven, I can see Spielberg getting squirrely about that. I think Super 8 has a 4K, doesn't it? It won't be something that has a 4K already. They won't do that. No, they really haven't done any horror movies for VSUs. Fire in the Sky would be like the closest. I mean, Southern Comfort borders into folk horror, but I mean, Fire in the Sky is sci-fi horror, is what that is. So, oh, it'd be cool for them to do. Anybody that would do that, I would buy it. I don't see Vinegar Syndrome doing a TV show. So they've got, and they're dropping this stuff out. So if you notice, they are not dropping the VSU on the first day of it this time. On July 1st, they're just dropping their 3 titles, the 22 partner labels, new merch, and the catalog slipcovers. So I'll be paying attention to those. And their daily deals. But then the second, they're dropping the VSU. The Explorers would be cool. And I try not to overly read into their descriptions. Let's see, who's got the Explorers? Who's got the Explorers? Explorers is Paramount, so it's definitely a possibility. That would be cool, for sure. Let's So it's Paramount. A boy obsessed with sci-fi movies. So this is what I do too much. I read into things too much. It says they put out something on their Instagram that says something about watch the skies. Let's see if I can find that. Watch the skies. But it does it have a? Is it a 4K or a Blu-ray? Because if it's just a Blu-ray, it's still fair game. This though, the Watch the Skies. I feel like that was part of the tagline for Fire in the Sky. See if I can find taglines. I don't know. Either both of those are Paramount, so either one I would be excited about. Interesting. Who did this movie right here is actually a sneaky scary movie. This is like on my scary movies that scared me list, The Fourth Kind. Now, I don't know who has this. That's definitely a Vinegar Syndrome type movie, but I don't think it's a. I don't know that it is a Vinegar Syndrome ultimate level. It's Universal, which means it's not completely out of the question. I don't think so. It already has 2 4K releases, if I'm not mistaken. At least one. They won't do something that already has a 4K. Vinegar Syndrome won't do that. Especially not for a VSU. I mean, there's really like, there's like 3 that make this. To me, there's 3 that make the most sense, possibly. And Fire in the Skies at the top, Stargate, and Explorers are all in there as my 3 candidates. But I feel like Fire in the Sky is the most obvious pick. That don't mean that'll be what it is. Oh, good. I'm glad you like The Thing. I love The Thing. I didn't like it as much growing up. I love it now. I love it now. Speaking of movies, we're going to talk about War of the Worlds is with the original is with with Criterion on Blu-ray, no 4K yet. The Spielberg remake did just get a 4K big box set. There's a big box set 4K that just came out on it. Invasion of the Body Snatchers has so many releases already, though. There's releases of that all over the place. You got Arrow, you've got Kino. I don't know if it is. Oh, it is. Okay, Matt says it is. Matt said something about, are you considering, let me get back up here to this. You wanted to pull the trigger on a summer subscriber, but don't know that it'll happen this year. I mean, yeah, it's $565. which is more than half of what I paid for it. So for the whole year, it's more than paid for itself for me. I mean, just what I ordered last month on that sale. If you ordered all 4 of those 4Ks and the VSU, you're already in like $200+ just for those. So I spent like $900 to sign up because I had $100 discount thing. Oh, was it? Oh, that's cool. I don't think they would pull that for a VSU. Paul. Paul may actually have a 4K. Yeah, what happens though is like I will stay a subscriber. I'm pretty sure I'll stay a subscriber because what happens is you don't pay that all at once, and then over the year you end up paying way more buying on piece parts. Mark Green says Project X. Let's see. That's not Alien related though, is it? That's not Alien related. Oh, it's also 20th Century Fox. It ain't that. It's not that. Critters has releases all over the place, though. Yeah, not with it. I mean, I don't see. It's not really Alien related, and it's 20th Century Fox. So that's Disney. Well, my Minority Report wouldn't be Alien related either, right? So, I mean, they're pretty in your face about aliens. It having to do with aliens. I think I looked at Mars Attacks earlier. Does Mars Attacks not have a Mars Attacks is Warner Brothers? That's not impossible. Does Mars Attacks not have a 4K? It would be the first time they did a Warner Brothers VSU. All the rest of them would have been Paramount and MGM, except for like one Universal. Battery's not. I love that movie. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of things planned. All kinds of things. She, you know, her favorite place, and all you guys may not have this, but her favorite place to go eat is Chili's. So we're taking her to Chili's to eat, and she's going to take her to. She wants to go see Lilo and Stitch movie. So. They Live has the current 4K from Scream Factory right now. that would anything New World Pictures is more likely going to end up with Scream Factory, and probably not big enough, like not big enough for a VSU. Oh man, I appreciate it. Canadian Maker Project with $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much. Just a little green to help pay the 4K Blu-ray bills, man. I tell you, it helps. That and everything else that hits at one time. I appreciate that, man, very, very much. Hey, Horror Girl. Horror Girl's on the other side of the pond. I think if I don't have it anymore. I had that VHS. Conehead's just got a 4K from Kino. Like within the past week or so, been announced. Maybe it might have been, but I don't see them doing that. I also think that's Fox, or no, that's Warner Archive. That's a Warner Archive release. Because I have it. That's a Warner Archive. I don't think they would go with a classic movie either on their VSU. I don't think that's them. Cowboys and Aliens has a 4K from Kino. That would definitely go with Watch the Skies, but it doesn't have anything to do with an alien invasion. And Independence Day has a 4K already. Matt with a $9.99, I just say $10 super chat. Says, just want to follow Canadian Maker Project shoes. I feel like those are good shoes to follow. Cheers. Man, I appreciate that so much. I really do. I really, really do. I really, really do appreciate that. Oh, now Canadian Maker Project Evolution has a Blu-ray, an old Blu-ray from 88 Films. But let's see who has that. I actually like that movie quite a bit. Let's see, because that's my man Ivan Reitman, and plus you got David Duchovny in there. So, can't show the thing. Let's see. Who has this one? Is that DreamWorks? That's Sony. That's Sony. They'll do that themselves. They don't license a lot out. But it needs, I agree with you, man. It needs a 4K. I like that movie a lot. Maybe something dumb like Meteor Man. I just don't think they'll do that for a VSU. I think it's got, like, they consider those their prestige line. I don't think they would follow up like an Eddie Murphy movie and a Denzel and Russell Crowe movie with like Meteor Man. I don't think they would do that. Oh, Meredith, I appreciate that. No, you you don't I thank you so much. A $25 super chat for Meredith said, I'll give you more next month, I promise. Keep up the good work. You are not beholden to give me anything. I'm truly grateful for anything that you want to do to support out of the kindness of your heart. I really do appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, man. Throwback Cafe Ben up there in New Jersey says, here's $19.80. That was a good year for me, 1980. The Chili's Triple Dipper on me, my brother. The Triple Dipper is quite good, but, you know, I've been trying to be healthier. I mean, I always the 80-20 rule. I eat healthy, strict, about 80% of the time. But The last couple times I've gone to Chili's with her, I've gotten this. They have a, it's like a Tex-Mex chicken bowl. That's quite good. That's quite good. And I really do like it. I appreciate that, my friend. And Meredith, I appreciate that so much. Yeah, you opened the barn doors, Canadian Maker Project. Yeah, Lone Soldier, my number one guess is Fire in the Sky. My next couple of guesses would be Stargate or Explorers or Mars Attacks, and I think it's going to be one. I think it's Fire in the Sky. I think it might not be. That's the one I feel the strongest about. I ain't mad at you. I would agree with this. But I'm a big Kurt Russell fan, so. Oh, Canadian Maker Project gifting 5 AVA Pop Culture memberships. I appreciate that, man. Bringing more people into the pop culture family. Thank you so much. You guys are too nice to me tonight. I appreciate it, because I was like, man, there's so much I wanted to talk about this Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I wanted to get some opinions from you guys on my own movie script, and I knew I might not be able to do a live next week, so I really wanted to push through, even though I wasn't feeling 100%. Could be Mars Attacks. It's not out of the question because of the fact that it's a Warner Brothers. It's not out of the question. Tony O, Stargate is MGM, so not out of the question at all, because they've all been either Paramount or MGM pretty much. But I think it's Fire in the Sky. That one's 100% owned by Paramount. It has no 4K. They literally watch the skies in that, and they're watching the sky when he gets abducted. Could be Mars Attacks. I think I'm rolling with Fire in the Sky as my first guess. The Mars Attacks is was it Warner? It's Warner Brothers. That makes it less likely. They don't put out a lot of Warner Brothers stuff. Arrow has a big deal with Warner Brothers. Arrow Video. And Cliff was on there with CHH talking about how they signed this huge deal with Warner Brothers. So, that don't mean Vinegar Syndrome can't get any, but that would lean more Arrow. So, though not impossible, but I would lean more towards Fire in the Sky, because literally, what's he doing right here? He's watching the sky. And it has no 4K, and it only has an old Blu-ray, and it is 100% Paramount Pictures. Look, there's not even another production company listed. Not even another one listed. I would throw Stargate as a guess because it is MGM. And they put out some MGM VSUs. I looked at The Fourth Kind, but it is... I forget who it is. I also don't know if Fourth Kind, if they would consider that one big enough to be a VSU or not. I mean, it's all speculation, but it's Universal Pictures, so not impossible. They have put out one Universal Pictures VSU that I know of, which is Cloak and Dagger. This is my A1 guess right here. That is my A1 guess. And my next guess would probably be Stargate, Mars Attacks, Explorers. Because I think Explorers was also Paramount or MGM. But, I mean, the explorers, they're not watching the sky, and there's no alien invasion. So that would kind of... But it is 100% also a Paramount Pictures. Yeah, I don't think they would pull out something that old. Flight of the Navigator. Does that not have something already? Also, not really like aliens coming here, like watching the skies. Shit, man, Flight of the Navigator, I forgot. Flight of the Navigator is Disney. That ain't happening. Yeah. Yeah, no way. I was like, wait a minute. That dawned on me. I'm like, yeah, no. Alright, so that's my guesses. Is Fire in the Sky. Then you can throw Explorers, Stargate, and Mars Attacks in a hat. I'm not sure when they announced the Frisbee thing. I missed it. I don't know how I missed it. Because I don't miss stuff, but I missed it. I do not know how I missed it. Strange Invaders is Universal, but I don't think that movie's big enough for them to be for a VSU. It's also a very PG movie. Someone mentioned Strange Invaders, and I don't know that they would do that. It's also it's a UK, like it's a EMI Films. Yep, it flew right by me. All right, let's that is my guesses. I'll be here to cover it all, so we'll kind of keep thinking about it and everything. But I wanted to ask you all. Here is a question. This is about my movie script because I'm getting ready. I'm gonna do one more. If you could, the one thing for sure is the movie's going to be set in the 1980s. It's 100% going to be set in the 80s. If you could have a movie set anywhere you wanted, a horror movie, you want it in the woods, you want it at a summer camp, you want it in a small town, just a small town, suburb setting, you want it in a haunted house. Not space. I can't do space. All that kind of... And it's an 80s thing. Where would you want it set? Like, what is your favorite setting? Whether it's supernatural or a slasher or some combination of both. What setting do you want to see again? In a movie that... like, because this going to look like it was filmed in the 80s. It's not going to look like it's slick digital. It's going to look like the 80s. A mall, like a Phantom of the Mall. Well, I'm going to get Christian over at CHH. I'm going to get some of his music on there. Small Town. Bikini Car Wash Slasher Company. A Haunted Small Town. A movie theater. Yeah, Chopping Mall is one of my favorites. Chopping Mall and Phantom of the Mall, Eric Revenge, both set in the mall. Yeah, yeah. The April Fool's thing is always towards the end. Yeah. Small island, a lake, or a small town. Theme park or shopping mall. So theme park. My buddy Daniel over at the Cobwebs, he threw out an interesting one. Was a carnival. Now, with my budget, with what will be the budget constraints, I don't know if I'll be able to get a carnival for the whole thing, but I might be able to pull off getting it in the movie, like at some point. I'm always a fan of that, man. I love movies like that, set in the movie theater. Not the easiest to get either, but not impossible. I've done it before. Oh, a barnyard. So you mean like a farm? Like a farm setting? Small town. I mean, I definitely think a small town is going to play a part, just like whether it's the whole thing or not is a different story, but I think it'll play a part for sure. Woods camp setting. My only problem I'm running into every time I think about the woods, the camp, like the woods in the camp, is anything. You can run into the problem of anything you do. People say, "Oh, well, they're just copying Friday the 13th." That's the only drawback on it. Also, very hard to film in the woods. I filmed in the woods a lot in my movie Realm of Souls that you can watch on Tubi. And I swore then I would never again write the words that I had to film ran through the woods at night because it's so hard to do. I'll tell you what stinks is I had considered having my next movie set in an old VHS rental store, like an old mom and pop rental store in the 80s. But the last video store that Arrow released earlier this year, independent low budget film, beat me to that. A basement labyrinth. Whatever you call it, I want to be in. Well, see, that's the thing. I want to bring in as many, like, whether it's like in one scene, whether it's behind the camera, whether what it is, I want to bring in as many people as I can to be a part of it throughout the process, and I want to feature like some YouTube channel people on it and stuff like that, like other YouTubers, and kind of get it out there. A high school, very hard to get. You run into so many permits trying to even here in Georgia, trying to get into a school to film. The only reason I got the run of filming on campus at the University of Georgia is because I used to play there. Who attacks woke visitors from the city? Anything is possible. As I never like to write myself into a corner. I like to know, because now I've filmed a lot of movies, so I like to know what I could probably reasonably afford on a budget and get done with what I've done before. And if I get more money, then just great, then I can expand on it. But you never want to have to start big and come down. You'd rather start restrained and go up as your budget goes up. Yeah, it's definitely a classic for 80s throwback. It does. Why does it save so much money? Because the woods look like the woods in 1980. They look like the woods now. So you get away with a lot of period correction there. And that's kind of synonymous. I wouldn't even go in there. We don't have subways here. It'll definitely be filmed in Georgia because it's where all my connections are. Drive-in theater would be cool. I mean, some of these locations could be featured in the movie for sure. Like, it'd be cool to feature the carnival for a scene or two. Of course, a scene or two in a small town as they're like going to a specific location, whether it's a house, whether it's camping, whatever. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of that. A rich town near the beach. Interesting. An alternate New York City. It'd definitely be cool to have an arcade in it at some point if you could find one. Oh, I definitely want it to be in the fall. So see, you start right now with the script, and then you go into fundraising and casting and everything else. That way you can film it. Well, here in Georgia, you could get away with filming in the winter for fall. So, it just depends. Like, I have started a script and then been filming a movie 4 months later. So, it's not like, it just depends on how fast you raise the money and get everything done. I'd film in the winter or fall, though. Didn't they just did a movie like that, like called Severance or something like that? There was a movie where they just did that. Got a little pissy about it. What's up, Shadowbots? A vacant mall. Yeah, a mall would be cool to put in. Why so Bluetooth in the house? Yeah, I would definitely. Now, see, Meredith, I have a script that is already completely done called Diner 27 that takes place all in one. You go through a small town, but it all takes place in one diner. The whole thing. Very War of the Worlds, sci-fi horror, panic-inducing style. But a lot of people don't seem that interested in that concept of the movie. And I also found getting a diner that looks right not that easy. Blue Ridge. That would be very cool. Well, see, like the problem, like I, like my mom has a cabin in the woods in North Georgia, but it looks like a new cabin because it's like 10 years old, 15 years old. It doesn't have the right vibes. What's up, William? Satanic cult. Yeah, it's easier just the day or two a year that it snows. It's just easier and cheaper just to shut everything down than it is to maintain all the trucks and everything else. I will say this past winter, we got 6 inches of snow one time. We got 3 inches of snow one time, and a dusting to an inch one other time. So it just depends on the year. Now, if you're south of Atlanta, you're never getting anything. Mac and me for the VSU, I mean, maybe. It's not impossible. It doesn't really feel like Alien Invasion, but they could be playing on it. Oh man, I wonder where I've heard that bad script idea before. Talking Rock. It's in North Georgia. Barnyard in a ghost town. A farm would be cool. Yeah, malls not easy to get. I mean, even the mall that they filmed Stranger Things in is about 12 minutes from my house, but that's about to be torn down, and even that they had to. It was already closed, and they still had to spend a bunch of money to be allowed in there and like spruce it up and everything else. It's a Gwinnett Place Mall. It's like literally 12 minutes from my house. Yeah, the diner would be cool, but like, I feel like people just like, and there's part of me because it's a very serious, heavy movie. I don't know if I want to do it. I want a fun '80s throwback. No, I'm just keeping an idea of budgets that I've gotten. That's not the way. Like you have to get the script first, and then you go ahead and start raising money on Indiegogo and going to investors and stuff like that, crowdfunding and investors with your script. Then you just kind of figure out what's your budget. That's what I mean. I write the script to be a contained budget, and then I can expand it from there if I end up with more money. But I never write really big and to where I have to get tons of money, and then if I can't, I have to cut things out of the script. I would rather be where I can add things in and do more than have to cut them out, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, that was good. Will the real Martian please stand up? It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I talked about that one earlier as a possibility, but I forget who it was that made me come off of it that had it. Oh yeah, it's hard with schools. There's certain things that are harder than others. Yeah, I've got the CLZ app. Yep, I've got it. It's pretty cool. These days, 450K. If you've got a digital camera, that's not really that low a budget. That's not really that low at all. That's actually pretty good. Karate martial arts theme horror movie. It's definitely a horror movie. I'm going out if it's my last one. I'm going out with a fun horror movie. Think of like the tone. Like think of like Friday the 13th final chapter, evil tunes, chopping mall like that kind of feel to it. Like having the ideas are not is not a problem. I just want to know what kind of setting people want to see in the movie. I've got more ideas than you can shake a stick at. That's what someone said. Hire me to write it. I'm like, man, I am a writer first. Writing isn't the problem. It's bringing it down and making it what everyone wants to see. That's a decent guess. I still think it's Fire in the Sky. I said The Arrival to start with, too, as a possibility. Remember what it was that got me off of that. It's not impossible. What company was The Arrival? I mean, it's possible. That's like that's Orion Pictures. Still no. That's a possible one too. That's one that I had. That's one of the first ones I mentioned. But it's not the fact that Fire in the Sky is Paramount, and almost everything they do VSU wise is Paramount or MGM. Led me over to Fire in the Sky. Oh, the Cursed Confederate Gold story. That's interesting. I remember you mentioning that. Loads of teen. There will definitely be that in there. There will definitely be everything that I grew up loving in '80s movies, '80s horror movies. It's going to be in there. My last two movies were very heavy, very serious, in a lot of ways, and so that makes them a little less fun. I want to have fun. I want to have fun. And when you get a movie that has like monsters and slashers and TNA and all that kind of stuff in a cool setting, this isn't a knock on anyone, but like if I bring in all kinds of people, like whether they're background actors in a scene or whatever, you can get away with people who've never acted before being in the background, being in parts, little spots for a movie like that. You can't when it becomes serious acting film. It's harder to do. Yeah, that's not a bad thing there. I remember when you said that. That was that's pretty cool. Now, whether it could get worked in or not, interesting. The last. You know what's so funny is, everybody, Georgia's the peach state and everything else, but like you really don't see that many peach. Like, there's more pecans, however you want to say it, than there are cheap peaches and peanuts. Way more peanuts. How do I speculate? Well, because they're talking about an alien invasion summer. Last time they said that it was like a virtual reality sale or whatever, and it was Virtuosity as the VSU. So this is going to be alien related with this VSU somehow. It's going to have something to do with that. So then we know that they have a big contract with Paramount, and they put out a lot of Paramount titles and MGM titles. And then you think about what kind of movies that Vinegar Syndrome puts out and what doesn't have a 4K already, all that stuff, and you just start narrowing it down based on that. Peaches, peaches, peaches. Blockbuster box sets is in the house. We was talking about you earlier, man. Everybody be quiet. He's here. Shh, 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 shh. He's here. Be quiet. I don't think they would do Paul as a VSU, but I also think Paul is Paul is might be Fox. No, Paul is Universal. It's not completely out of the question. Like a bunch of people said bowling alley. That's interesting. The problem is finding a bowling alley that looked like it would look in the 80s. Woo! You're talking money right there. It takes me about 45 minutes to get there. Yeah, definitely need... music's always a hard thing. See, when I think of Skyline Chili, my kid's mom was from Cincinnati. I don't think of Ohio. I think of Cincinnati with Skyline Chili because they're everywhere right there. And I would eat there when we went up there because we didn't have them here. But none of them ever wanted to eat there, except for her dad. Yep, shh, 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 shh. He's here. He's here. He's here. Now he was talking to me Blockbuster box sets when we were talking about a movie concept a while back. I don't know that it would fit into the like fun, over the top creature feature 80s style whatever, but it was a very cool concept too. Mike, what's up? Oh my god, Spaced Invaders. I haven't seen Spaced Invaders forever. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to just find Spaced Invaders and watch it. I haven't seen that in forever. Oh, that's Touchstone. It wouldn't be that. That's Disney. Cemeteries would probably definitely make it into it. But is that Alien Invasion though? Is that like have anything like, I mean, we think about when it says alien invasions, I think about aliens coming here, whether to, you know, abduct people or whatever. I mean, maybe they're deliberately misleading, but what's up, the kid channel? What's up? When is Risha's cheerleading debut? It's coming. It's coming. Got the outfit down out of the attic. Got the outfit down. I don't think it's Mac and me. I really don't think it's Mac and me. Brian said, when's Risha's cheerleading debut? I want to get it out of the attic. Outfit. Let's see. Who the hell put out Mac and me? Mac and me is Orion Pictures. So not impossible. CD Warehouse. CD Warehouse. Stallone style Cobra versus werewolves. That'd be pretty. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty fun to do. I don't think it would have like the fun campy '80s vibes necessarily, but not unfun. Particular movie of mine that I'm the happiest with or most proud of. Well, there's a few for different reasons. I'm proud of Buried Kane, the drama that I did, because I had to make it on nothing because I made horror movies and people didn't see me doing a drama. But the most fun that I had making a movie is Creature Feature. And for an old school 80s monster movie anthology, it's the best. But the best movie that I've done overall that I'm the most proud of is Dark Roads. And that's without question is Dark Roads. Creature Feature is probably the most fun. Dark Roads, just like Bloody Disgusting said when they reviewed it, is very much Friday the 13th meets Almost Famous. So it's more thriller, got some drama, whodunit killer style, all that kind of stuff in it. And then the music, that's won so many awards and all that kind of stuff. So definitely that one. And then Bring Me a Dream, my newest one, is I'm proud of because like I got Marty Cove to be in it and Tyler Main and all that kind of stuff. So those always stick out. But you remember the others, like Realm of Souls, where I had to pivot and make a whole other movie in 3 days from the one I was planning because we lost Corey Feldman for the comedy we were going to do. So there's always things for different reasons. Oh, what's up? Says sent your package out. All I can say is it has a slip. Thanks, my friend. I look forward to that. I appreciate that. Oh, the guy, this guy from Haunted Wing, the one that talks like this, very Kentucky, very Kentucky. We just called him this guy. He just every scene talked like this. No, I don't know of any Indian reservations nearby. Brian, we're trying to decide. Like, I'm trying to ask people like what settings, locations they would like to see in a horror movie set in the 80s. But y'all, I think I'm going to wrap it up right there tonight. I'm just running on fumes. And I got some videos to record. I don't even think I can do those tonight. I think I'm about to go lay down in my chair right over there and find a movie to watch until I fall asleep. You might actually see that, Brian. You might actually see something like that. Maybe not a cheerleader locker room, but like maybe a girls' room, changing room, locker room, something like that. Yeah, I am running. I had nothing left, but I know I'm probably not going to get to do a live stream next week, and I know that I really wanted to talk about. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome dropping. Hey, we're going to have an extra VSU this year is pretty big. Well, if it's the 80s, it'll be during the Cold War. So the question is, where do you put it? Put it in the woods? Put it at a camp? But, all right, y'all. I appreciate everything so much. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. I'm sorry I'm only going like an hour and a half. I know I go longer than that usually, but every now and then, I gotta shut it down. I've been fighting it, so I appreciate it, and thank you all so much for all the super chats, for all that, for hanging out with me, for all the feedback, for guessing along with me for VSUs, and yeah, Saturday the 14th might be a good one to watch. But look on my community post because I'm going to ask you guys some more questions about stuff. So make sure you follow that over there, and I appreciate all of y'all very, very, very much. And you know the drill. Until next time, be kind, rewind like always. Chase with AV Pop Culture. Good night, y'all. I'll see you real soon. After I go to sleep watching some movies.